Tanya here from Tanya Browning. No. 20 other, no, okay. I've already posted, no. Hey guys, Tanya here. I just got back from an amazing trip with over 20 other YouTube channels at the Red River Gorge. I will post the link to that video up here. And in the meantime, what I thought I would do today, I just got home, got showered, and for whatever reason had a little bit of energy, maybe some inspiration to unpack my bag with you. I haven't done any kind of gear video before, and I really would like to do this for those out there who are interested in getting into backpacking and have no idea where to begin. So this is my setup that I bring out with me almost every single time. Very little changes about this from trip to trip. The only thing being is if it's going to be cold out, which it was on this trip. So I'll show you what those differences might have been and how my setup might be a little bit different. So let's get into it. The first thing I want to talk about is the pack itself. Now, this is exactly the way it came home. Everything is packed away in here. And the pack itself, I started off with a cheap $25 backpack that I got on Wish, believe it or not. It did me well for the first couple years I was backpacking, but unfortunately the waist belt broke on me on a trip on the Sheltowee Trace, and I had to get a new one, so I upgraded to the Osprey Lumina 60. This is exactly what I needed. It was very comfortable for me. You know, I'm a bigger girl. I got wide hips. I needed something that was going to fit me well, and this did it for me. It's very minimalistic. It's very lightweight, but it's got the internal frame. It has a waist belt, but I didn't want pockets because I use a fanny pack most of the time. So I didn't need that, and this does that for me. So it's just enough space for what I need. And yeah, so let's dig into it. First, what we're going to do is go over the stuff on the outside. On my shoulder here, I have a 1 liter, like a Smart Water bottle. And it has this aqua clip on it. I got these on Amazon. And these have been a lifesaver for me. I drink so much water if I have this right here on my shoulder, and I'm not having to reach around to get my water bottle or ask someone that I'm hiking with to get it out for me, because it's just right here. And then when I'm done with it, we stop, we take a break, and I swap it out. And so this has been great. I always bring 2 1-liter bottles with me. This time we were going to have to pack in our water. There was no water where we were at, so I brought an extra one. So I had 3 with me, and those are in these side pockets. So I have the Life Water and just the smaller one. And honestly, I like the Life Water bottles because of the art. I'm an artist, if you can tell. I paint. And I like to bring a little fun and color out on the trail with me. So this is my water setup. And I'll show you my water filtration. It's up here. Let me just pull everything out of here from the top. And I still had my water filtration with me, even though we were bringing in our water. I did not filter water at any time during this. But what I use is the regular Sawyer Squeeze, not the mini. This is much faster flow. And this is my second one out of the 4+ years that I've been backpacking. This has done me great. And then I pair that up with the Hammock bag. This is a 2 liter. This is great for extra water storage. Last but not least, I also have my poop kit. So it's got the Deuce of Spades in here to help me dig my cat hole. There's a little bottle of biodegradable soap here and my wipes. Then let's dig into the outside pocket. I love my outside pocket. So what I normally carry in there is my camp shoes. They can be anything. I have brought flip-flops. I have brought, these are actually my daughter's. She let me use them on the last one because I broke my flip-flops. And our last trip to Garden of the Gods, she had an extra pair of these and she let me wear these. And they have been amazing to bring. I love them on this trip. They were great for just hanging around camp. And then I always have my rain jacket here. So these, this is nothing special. Any rain jacket will do. This one is Ozark Trail. I got it from Walmart, and it's done me well. I picked this up on the AT because I didn't have a good one. The last one I had completely saturated me in a rain, and this has done me so well. So, okay. So let's go inside and see what else I have to bring with me. So the first thing that I have is my food bag. As you can tell, I brought too much. This bag is still quite full. The hope is to come home with very little left in here. But I'm going to open this, go over it really quickly, and kind of show you what I have. So, this is the stove that I've used for the last couple of times. This is actually my friend's, and one day I will get it back to her. But this is what I've used the last couple of times I've went out. It has done me well. It has a lid that goes on top of it. You can pick these sets up on Amazon, and I'll try to have links to most of the stuff that I have or something similar to it. This is nice. And then, if you've watched some of my backpacking videos, you may know that I enjoy code soaking my lunches. So what I do is I bring this Talenti jar. This is amazing for that sort of stuff. Inside of it, I have my bear bag. So it's just got some paracord in here, so I can string up my bear bag at night. My stove, this is normally inside of my little pot here, but for some reason I just threw it in here. This is the BRS, I think like 3,000 something, super duper lightweight. It's very tiny. I think when I bought it, it was maybe $12. It might be up to like $16 now. Very, very cheap, but this is the same stove I've used the entire time that I've been backpacking. So that's been 4 or 5 years. A newer piece of gear that I've picked up this year, I absolutely love. People talk about it when I whip it out. And it's this little frying pan. I picked this up for $8 at Kroger's. I have made grilled cheese on this. I have made quesadillas. This weekend on my trip, I made pizza, which was amazing. And I just picked up a little spatula from Walmart. It's very small, tiny. This fits right in my bag. I do wish that the handle folded over. That would make it easier, make it more compact, but it still fits in my bag with all of my food and my stove, everything. So this is fine for a weekend trip. And then my spoon, I've used a lot of different spoons. I'm not picky about what kind of spoon I have. Anything will do. But a long handle is really nice. So you can get down inside of your bag. So that's what I would recommend. They've got Sea to Summit, Ozark Trail, at Walmart has them. So anything like that will work. So this is a great setup, and I love my my food bag. Has been great. It's a 12 liter from Granite Gear. I absolutely love that I can open this up and see everything. That has been super helpful. It would be nice to maybe upgrade to like a Hilltop Packs food bag. Those are super cool. You can get them customized. It's got the roll top. They're waterproof, all of that. But the capacity would be a little bit greater. So if I wanted to bring more, you know, a little bit bulkier stuff, or if it was a longer trip, that would be super nice. But for just a weekend, this is really all I need. Everything fits in here. Okay, so what else do I have? Well, first off, I have a trash compactor bag for the rest of my stuff. The rest of the stuff, I don't really want it to get wet. So what I do is this is just in my pack, and then I fill it up with everything else. That helps. I mean, my bag is water resistant. This is just going to give it another layer of protection. And most of my stuff is in dry sacks. So next up is going to be this little bag. It's like my Diddy bag. It's got all sorts of stuff in here. So I have my battery pack, my Energizer light, headlamp. It has done me well. It's the same one I've had since I started. I have a fire starter. And then this is just like my kind of everything else. There's some Neosporin. There's, I got little backup for my water filtration if I need it. My first aid kit's in here. These are some fire starters that I made myself. I make soap and wax melts and other body products, which is right here. And when I'm done with my wax melts, I just soak up all the extra wax into my cotton balls, and then I can use this to start a fire. And it smells good. This one's Love Spell. So that's what's inside of this little bag. And then all of that is inside of just this outdoor products bag. I have, it's a 3 that comes to a set from Walmart. And so this is one of them. And then I think I've only got 2 of them. There's another one that my daughter uses. So this is the smallest one in there. Next is my hammock setup. So I have everything inside of this Sea to Summit dry bag. It's just easier for me to have everything in one place. So let me get this all out and I'll show you my setup. So first thing is first, that's my hammock. So this is the Ridge Outdoor Gear hammock. This is very lightweight. I actually picked this up because of a review that Spigiver had done. He reviewed it so well that, and it's a great price point. I believe it was maybe $50, you know, $49.99 or whatever from Amazon. I really like this. I am sure there's tons of hammock gear companies out there that make wonderful tents. But, you know, I'm on a budget. So I would rather have something that I can afford and I can use right now than having to save up and get something that's out of my price range. So this is doing me well for now. One day I probably will upgrade. But for now, I am loving this. It's got a bug net. It just half zips, so you can't remove it. But it has been amazing. And then for my tarp, this is another Amazon find. Any you know, waterproof tent tarp is going to work. And we'll have a link to this one in there. But the hammock is 11 foot. I believe this is 12 foot. And the only thing that I've done with this tarp, I don't know how to tie a knot. I can do your couple of basic, I can do a slip knot, I can do an overhand knot, that's about it. And setting this up, not knowing what I'm doing, I don't have anybody that I backpack with on a regular basis that can teach me how to set this up. So I saw a lot out there about Dutchware, and all the hardware that they have to help make your setup easier. And so before going on this trip, I splurged and got me a little bit of hardware. So what I did was, there's two here. So I got these stingers is what they're called, and this makes your setup super easy for your hammock. I don't need to know how to knot anything because it all just wraps around. This is going to be really hard to see, but you just wrap it around this and it stays tight. And it's on 12 feet of Zing-It. Me being a professional rookie, I, for whatever reason, only got one with string. So I had to rig this one up with some string of my own. And I will be getting some Zing-It to replace this because can you see the difference? They're both 12 feet. But the Zing-It is lighter and it's less bulky. So I will absolutely be getting more of this, as well as to go on my tent stakes. Or, you know, my stakes for my tarp. This paracord is very bulky, where the Zing-It is not. And I want to get hardware to help make this easier too, instead of trying to, you know, do a million knots and getting it wrong and getting frustrated, and trying to, you know, and then giving up. So, I did pretty good. I got it set up pretty quickly this time. I'm very happy, with that. And then also I got new straps for my hammock to hang my hammock, and I got from Dutchware, and I got some beetle buckles to help also make that setup a lot easier. This comes with daisy chain straps, which is great, but this I have found it doesn't slip during the night, like it doesn't stretch as much, and I can adjust it you know, however I want. I don't have to hook it on a certain link. I can adjust it. So that helps when you really just need to be in between a couple of loops. I can get that just, you know, right hang. So, okay. So something that I did forget, actually, it was not even in my bag because it was just thrown in the back of my car. When I got to camp, I needed something out of it. And that's my clothes bag. It's just in one of those Walmart dry sacks. And it's stuffed full with all of my extra clothes. So I have an extra pair of socks in there in case mine got wet. I have my sleeping clothes, which is just a pair of comfy leggings, some cotton leggings, and a cotton long sleeve shirt. And then I have my puffy in there. And that should be everything. An extra pair of underwear, just in case. So, next thing, it was going to be cold this weekend. In my hammock setup, normally you have a top quilt and you have a bottom quilt, or an under quilt. And I don't have an under quilt yet. I have not splurged on that. I decided to use what I have until I can afford it. So what I do is I use my my sleeping pad that I would normally use in a tent. So I already had this. I did not have to spend any more money. And this is the Climate Static V insulated pad. I really like it. For tent camping, I need something a little bit thicker, I think. I'm a side sleeper, and but in the hammock, oddly enough, I sleep on my back. I don't sleep on my back at home, only when I'm in the hammock, and it's super comfy. So what I do, this helps insulate me. During the summer, this is plenty. This is all I need. However, this weekend, it was going to get down in the 30s. It was the high 30s, I believe. So what I did to help offset is I brought my summer quilt. So I had put this down first, and then my summer quilt on top, and then my my top quilt on top of me. And this extra layer was a huge help. You know, I didn't have to go out and spend a couple $100 on an under quilt because I had this already in my gear. And this is just the Ozark Trail backpacking tent. It's like a 50 degree, I believe. And this is what I normally use in the summer when it's hot. I don't need a whole lot. I'm a warm sleeper, so I don't need a whole lot. And here in Indiana, it's hot and muggy and humid, and you know, I don't need a whole lot. But when it's cold, I absolutely love my underquilt. So my underquilt is from Hammock Gear. It's from the economy line, and oh, this is so comfy. I would sleep in this anytime if I could. But it's just like the sleeping bag, only there's no zipper, so the back is open. Makes it easy to get in and out of my hammock. I love this. I was trying to remember, I had got this a couple years ago, and I believe it's a 0 degree. Yes, it's a 0 degree econ. It's a burrow. So definitely, I love this. I've never had it down to that temperature. I've had it down in the 30s, and it has done me well. It is super comfortable. Absolutely love this. And then a new thing that I got this weekend at the meetup, Jeremy from All Things Outdoors had some extra polar jammers. It's a nice hand warmer. At night, what I did was I put my battery pack and my phone in here because it might have gotten to freezing temperatures, and that will zap your battery. So I wanted to keep those protected, and I put those in here. If I had thought about it, I would have also put my Sawyer Squeeze in here. That can freeze overnight. I didn't think about it because I hadn't used it, but also I would have put that in here. It did not get cold enough to freeze. But this is amazing, and I want to thank Jeremy for giving us these. This was amazing, and I will get a lot of use out of this. So I think that's it. When I started backpacking, or when I thought about backpacking, I had researched for a year. I had slowly over that year had researched and slowly picked up gear as I came along. My first setup cost me about $300. And that was over a year's amount of time. You know, every couple of weeks or every month, I would pick up something different. Sometimes a few things, because some of it, you know, was really cheap. A lot of it you can get at Walmart. You can get it on Amazon. You know, I looked for the lightest thing that I could personally afford. And through that, I ended up with a 15-pound base weight, which I believe is very good, especially for your first setup. And I didn't pay more than $300 for that setup. And I still have a lot of that stuff. Yeah, I've upgraded a few things. I've upgraded my quilt. I upgraded my pack. I've added a hammock to my setup. And I will continue to update or upgrade my gear as time goes on. That's just the nature of the business. You know, you want to get lighter and you want to get nicer stuff as you can afford it, but I am completely happy with what I have. And that would be my suggestion to you all, is if you're out there watching this and you're trying to decide, you know, is this for you? Just use what you have. What do you have around the house that you can use, that, you know, from your own camping gear, that you can take out with you and go out for a short backpacking trip. You don't have to go very far, and see if you like it. Using what you already have, and then you can slowly upgrade those items into, you know, other things. Go to Walmart, go to Amazon, go to REI, go to all of those places. If you have an outdoor place near you, go and just try on packs. Try, you know, look at all of the things firsthand, and you can see what you really like. But most importantly is just get out there. If you have any questions about today's gear, if you have any questions to me about how to get out there, how to find what you need to do to get started, reach out to me. Leave a comment. I would love to have that discussion with you and to help you further. And let me know, what else do you want to see from me? I've always been kind of scared to do this sort of thing. You know, I just do my trip videos. But if you want to see more stuff like this, let me know. What do you want to see from me? So I just want to thank you. And I hope to see you out on the trail soon. Bye, guys.